Right now, the world is saturated with fear. Social media feeds, news cycles, conversations, fear about politics, fear about the future, fear about absolutely everything. But here's the truth. Fear is a choice. You can choose to be a victim of circumstances, or you can choose to be sovereign. Sovereignty means taking radical responsibility for your life, refusing to give your power away, and believing in your ability to create a life that you desire. Because when you live in fear, you give power to everything that you are afraid of. When you live in possibility, you become the creator of not just your reality, but others as well. So let me ask you, are you tired of being stuck? Are you done with endless cycles of worry? Are you ready to step into your true potential? If so, keep listening because today we are getting real about fear, sovereignty, and the lies that you've been telling yourself that are keeping you weak. Let's get to the root of this. Fear is not some external force that owns you. Fear is a habit. It is literally something that you've learned, that you have been trained into. Think back. When was your first experience that you needed someone else to save you? When did you start believing that your security depended on someone else that was in power? When did you give up your sovereignty and buy into the lie that you were powerless? Most people never question these things. They just accept them. And that is why they stay stuck. Because this all came from childhood. And you've created a habit around this way of thinking, being, and acting that is keeping you stuck. People are out here waiting for the president to save them. They are waiting for Jesus to return in their lifetime so that they don't have to do shit. I'm actually studying Revelations right now, and let me tell you, if you think someone else is coming to fix your life, you're already lost. You do not need a political leader. You don't need a hero. You don't need a savior. You need to rise yourself. That's what sovereignty is. That's what faith actually is. Faith isn't just sitting around waiting. Faith is action. Faith is stepping up and being the example that you're looking for or what you desire. If you believe in kindness, be kind. If you believe in truth, live in truth, tell the truth. If you believe in transformation, transform yourself first and be the demonstration for others. You don't get to demand from others what you don't do yourself. The reason people stay locked in fear is because it's comfortable. It's easy to be a victim. It's much easier to be a victim than it is to be sovereign. Being a victim means you get to blame others. Being a victim means you get to avoid being 100% responsible. Being a victim means you never have to take action, which is really significant. It's quite easy. But is it really worth not accomplishing what you desire? And guess what? The system loves that. The system wants you in fear. That's how it capitalizes. It capitalizes off your fear. You keep watching the news, it feeds your fear. You keep scrolling on Facebook, it reinforces your fear. You keep engaging in bullshit arguments, you stay in fear. If you want out, then stop feeding the machine that's keeping you small. Here's what you need to do. Stop watching the news. Stop opening Facebook. Stop getting caught in conversations that are designed to keep you on a side. You need to clean out your environment, unsubscribe to the fear narratives, and start embodying your power instead of talking about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Because listen, if you keep feeding fear, you are part of the problem. You're part of the own problem that you don't want. Listen to me. You're special. You are not here by accident. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. The world doesn't need you living in someone else's shadow. The world needs you, fully awake, fully alive, fully in your power. But here's the problem. You've been giving your power away. You've given it to politicians, to celebrities, to pastors, to friends, to teachers, to family. You've been waiting for someone else to tell you what's right, waiting for someone else to show you the way, waiting for someone else to save you. Here is the truth. Your mama ain't coming. Your own mother can't save you. No one else can live your life for you. No one else can rise in your place. No one else can create your happiness, your success, or your freedom. No one else can. When you give people power over your emotions, your choices, and your beliefs, you become dependent on them for your survival. And that's the opposite of sovereignty. If your peace is determined by who's in office, you are not sovereign. If your happiness is dependent on whether your pastor approves, you are not sovereign. If your worth is dictated by likes, follows, or any other outsourced validation, you are not sovereign. That's not power. That's enslavement. So I'm calling you to rise. Stop waiting. Stop watching. Stop reacting. Step up and take your place as a leader of your own life. It doesn't mean that you have to lead some massive initiative and what your definition of a leader is. It just means step into your life. Your dreams are your responsibility. Your success is your responsibility. Your happiness is your responsibility. No one else can give it to you, and no one else can take it away. That's the great news. So right here, right now, decide. Decide to own your power. Decide to live in alignment with your truth. Decide that from this moment forward, you are done waiting because the world needs you. The world needs your gifts. The world needs you fully activated, fully sovereign, and fully alive. You're either feeding the problem or you're being the solution. There's really no in between. There's not. So stop waiting. Start creating and start living a life in full alignment with what you say you want and that you believe in. Now, if you've got something from this today, if this shook you awake in some way and you want others to also awaken, please share it with them. You can drop a comment, tag someone, and let's really get this message out because the world needs more people living in their power, not in their fear. It's time. It's your time. It's time to rise. You've got this.